Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Market Review. Today's date is September 3rd. We had a downtrend day today. Let me go to hourly, actually 4 hourly. The market decided to go sell side. It decided to seek basically blood, as I call it. The equal highs are intact, so it did not trade above it. It didn't get purged, and the gap from Thursday basically got violated. Let me actually, you know what? Let me just flip to NQ instead, as it's annotated over there. Definitely not the week. Definitely not the start of the week I wanted to see. But it's what it is. This is what we got, so we got to deal with it, right? All right. So as you can see on the hourly chart, at the New York Open pre-market, the buy side was rated right here, and that led to a displacement of fair value gap. At market open, price basically traded up there. 8 o'clock candle. This is the 8 o'clock hourly candle. Price traded up there and sold off the whole session afterwards. Violated the gap and took out the sell side from August 14. A very massive day, from 9 o'clock to the day, the low of the day. 600 point, 600 handle. Very massive move. I would say this is quite aggressive, considering that it's the first day of the week also, and the month. But let's take a look at what happened on the lower time frame. I'm also going to mention these equal highs, relative equal highs. I'm going to keep that on the chart because that was the main target that I was eyeing today. Relative equal lows. What else? Also, this short-term sell side. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. This short-term sell side is also what I was eyeing for the New York Open or New York AM session. This is short-term sell side. And let's drop down to the 1 minute and try to understand the order flow. So first things first. Come on, you got this. Jesus. Alright. So this is the buy side purge. On the hourly, buy side was purged. It led to displacement trap. Range EQ sold off. Basically, these lows, relative equal lows, got purged before New York Open. So that purge happened at 5 in the morning. Then price pulled back a little bit. It never came up to the range equilibrium, I would say. Fell short, which is kind of indicating bearishness in the market, weakness. It traded up to the hourly fair value gap, displaced one more time. Came to the trap fair value gap here. There's a trap accumulation above busy, and this was 924. It sold off immediately, and let's take a look at what happened there. I'm gonna dive in closer. So here the pullback purged the buy side, formed a trap, displacement lower, came all the way up to the trap at 924, sold off again. The first fair value gap was retested at 928. It sold off like 930. It did not even manipulate, unfortunately. I would love to see that all be getting tested, but it didn't do it. It sold off immediately. It's also indicating weakness. Took out the short-term sell side on the hourly, kept going lower. So this is where I had my interest going short, which I missed during the live stream. This sell side was rated, and it went for a buy side. And as you guys can see here, the bodies were respecting the wick, the buy side, which indicates that it's being turtle souped. and right after that it broke down, caused a displacement, and it formed an order block there as well. Those 3 consecutive candles are the order block. So I had my interest in this fair value gap going short, targeting the relative equal lows, which I missed unfortunately, but it yielded 66 handles. Very good. This was the only good entry in my opinion for the morning session. So it went down to the sell side, took the sell side, pulled back into the short-term dealing range, EQ right here. Actually, I need to do this. Short-term premium, sold off again. It did not form any displacement. There is a displacement which was never tested. I didn't like to see that, but it's what it is. So it displaced lower, kept going lower. There's a pullback into relative equal lows, which is basically a higher time frame breaker block. Sold off. This is an order block, or you can use this as well. This is the OB. Sold off, formed a very massive fair value gap for the first time for the session, and this fair value gap has to remain open because of this thick price action here, which it did. It couldn't even reach up to the CE of it, and sold off. And with that sell off, it actually filled the gap all the way down. Now it overshot, retested the gap low, and that pullback was actually kind of clean because it swept the sell side, displacement above the order block, formation of the order block. There is a first fair value gap, ended up being a breakaway gap, but it formed the first leg on the lower time frame. Then this is the second leg push. It did not engage with the buy side, but ES did, which means second leg failed, and this formed an SMT divergence, and we can see that immediate reaction afterwards. There is displacement and an order block formation right here. You can use either or right here. This is the displacement. I'll use the displacement instead. The second leg failed, took the sell side, retracement into the premium portion of the fair value gap, and it sold off one more time. Kind of choppy in here because it was a higher time frame distribution essentially. It was kind of choppy because of that, but this is clean. Why? Because as it pulls back, it's raiding buy side and reacting off of the bearish PD array almost immediately, right? So you can actually turtle soup this order block. Once it overlaps with a sell side candle, you can turtle soup that order block. So this candle could be your entry for shorts. It sold off here, the same deal, manipulation above the buy side into a bearish PD array, which is in premium on the short term. This was an SMT divergence and sold off. This formation is trap formation, trap longs. This is the trap fair value gap, retest of that trap fair value gap along with a bearish order block, and it sold off afterwards. There was no entries whatsoever in this price. This was the last entry in my opinion. It sold off, consolidated here. It's the same deal also here. Right about buy side failure though. That's more important because the bodies are telling this story. It forms an order block, also time decay, and delivers the sell side on the higher time frame. Here, this is the last 5 to 10 minutes of the market close. It raided the sell side, broke above the first high, changing the state of delivery. There is an order block here, an order block here, along with a displacement. That is a very high probability entry, going for the highs right here. It didn't reach up there, but the market closed, but it yielded 45 points, and that was the market close at 404. In fact, overshot through the after hours, but it changed the state of delivery, which makes me think that these highs from 2 o'clock, 2:30 might be the lower time frame buy model. It might reach up there. Either ES or Nasdaq could reach up there. Right now I'm thinking that this is lower time frame second stage buy model on the 1 minute. This is the change of the state of delivery. First leg, range EQ did more damage here. Now it should reprice towards one setup for life, basically low hanging fruit and these highs, and then probably keeps going lower because the daily candle close is a very ugly looking candle. I'm thinking we should have a bearish fair value gap on the daily after a close like this. So be mindful tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's going to be eventful or not, but Thursday should be fine. Hopefully tomorrow will leave a daily SIBI. That will make things easier. If it rebalances, immediate rebalances, it'll be still choppy, honestly, on the daily level. So I would love to see the daily CB, but we'll see what we get after overnight session. I want to see the overnight session before I say anything. So we'll see, guys. Thanks for watching this. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow in the morning. Live stream starts at 9:15 EST in the morning, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Take a good rest. We're getting after it tomorrow and Thursday. Take care.